Did you get your health reports back? I saw you did your stream.
Yeah.
You did a stream.
I did a stream of it, yeah.
I'm like,
shit.
I always wondered when you guys did this stream, I'm like, is it weird that they know our health results? I'm like, because I told my chat too. I'm like, whatever.
I mean, I did a video last year.
Yeah, I wondered. I'm like, is it weird that we were making content out of this? Maybe a little weird.
Maybe a little weird, but
Sure.
Was your health report good? Was it better than last year?
It was actually.
Wow,
Oh,
congratulations.
I actually
that salad diet's working.
I actually improved in like almost everything I got a B in. It was like moved up to an A, and I remember last year I got like a C3 for my urine. Which
That's right.
I don't know what the fuck I did. I was like pissing wrong. This year I got upgraded to an A, so I'm like, fuck
A for urine.
A tier urine, man.
Wow.
I haven't got my results back, but
Mine has been the exact same for the past 3 years.
yeah, mine's probably going to be the same as
They're
well.
like, Connor, you're the perfect specimen of a human being, but what's going on with that cholesterol? We got to sort that out. It was a little lower this year, though. But again, like, all this shit means nothing. It's like, they're like, oh, this is what your HG/L is. I'm like, can you fucking tell me what that means?
Also,
like,
not to mention, it's kind of unfair for like people like us because they base that ranking mostly on like the Japanese average.
yeah,
right?
dude, when they measure my waist, I'm like, bro, I got a cake down there. What are you, like, of course it's not going to be like, I'm going to come back fat.
Yeah, like, because I remember last year they were like, oh, your waistline is a little bit wider than average, and I'm like, no, I'm just bigger than the average Japanese person. That's
just
all
call
it
me
is.
fat, okay? Is that what you want to say? Just call me fat, okay?
No,
just say it.
Yeah, it's called natural insulation, and it's great in the winter.
I'm carb loading, okay?
I'm
Like,
carb
it's all
loading.
good. It's all good. I'm carb
I'm stocking
loading.
up for the winter.
Yeah.
I remember when I because I think I got that health checkup in December. Dude,
Yeah.
I remember I
Yeah.
felt so, I was like, this the one person who stood out the most. I walked in wearing my drip jacket, and I just sat down in this thing between like 20 other Japanese businessmen in suits, and I'm just there in my drip jacket.
Yeah.
Like number 22, I'm like, it's me. just walking through these dudes, and they were just like, "Are you here for the health check?" I'm like, sort of now.
And your test results just says alpha male.
Dude, I gold splitted the circuit this year, though. I went through everything so goddamn fast.
Yeah, same.
Oh, yeah,
There was like nobody there.
Yeah.
So I just went through everything. Like I had done like it's crazy, right? Japan, you do an X-ray, you do a blood pressure, you do a weight and height test, you do blood injection, blood sample, hearing, listening test, the doctor consultation, waist and kind of, I guess, waist and then what else?
And then they do like the heart.
And they do
cardio
kind of
thing.
Cardio
put
thing.
like
Yeah.
electrode things on your heart and they test it. All that in like 15 to 20 minutes, if that.
I actually like, I don't know, maybe they changed it up on the day that I did it, but like they did it in like a completely different order. So so normally it's like the X-ray first, right?
Yeah.
I did the cardio thing first.
I guess it depends on like whatever.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, is this like a new speedrun strat? Like, are we
it's crazy.
are we doing a cardio skip first? Or
You're,
like?
you're legit like a cattle. It's so impressive how good they are.
Yeah, they're just like boom, 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 boom. You're out.
That's
in
one
like
of the time
15 minutes.
I don't mind being treated like a cattle.
Yeah, I'm
You know?
like,
Yeah.
dude, I am.
Just
I am
get
the
me in,
man.
get me out.
Let me
Yeah,
go. Let
that's
me go.
great.
Give me some grass, dog.
Give me some.
I'm down.
Do they take like fucking 5 to 6 vials of blood when they take your blood as well?
It's like
What?
no, it's like 2 or 3.
One.
No, they do like 2 or 3.
What? I'm looking. I'm like, it's like 1 or 2 tops for me.
No, they take at least 3.
Really?
Yeah,
They
but they
take-
do it so fast that you don't even notice because they do it mid-conversation. They're like, "Oh, does it hurt?"
Yeah.
and then they've replaced it with a new vial before you
Could
know
have
it.
fooled me.
Yeah, because I think we talked about this before, but I can't look when they're taking the blood. So then I'm having this conversation with the nurse or whatever, who's obviously trying to keep my mind off it, and then I look back and there's like a basket full of just like my fucking blood of like 5 vials. I don't know if you hit 30, they make you do more tests, but I'm like, Jesus Christ, that was in my body.
The lady's like, "This is my personal collection." she's just like,
I'm gonna sell this.
She's like a
This is a
psycho.
tip.
Just like racked it up on the shelves. It's like,
I've been meaning to test some fine Thai blood.
I now have every country's blood stocked up on my shelves. Oh my god.
Yeah, but I mean, the health is it's a good way to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, if you get to, I think 40, you have to do a mandatory colonoscopy or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Isn't that fucking wild?
Yeah.
That seems like I'm just not gonna make it to 40. I'm chill. I'm quitting. I'm out.
You get to 39, you're like, I'm out.
I understand why we're doing it, and I understand the risks of not having a colonoscopy, and I'm good with that.
Did they anesthetize you though?
No,
No.
not in Japan.
No.
In
you
Japan,
serious?
a lot of common procedures in the US where you would get anesthesia, you don't in Japan.
So what? You just awake while they shove a camera up your ass?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm good, fam. I'm out at 39.
If you ask people,
Joke's on you. Some of them like that shit, man.
they're like,
Yeah. Some that come in and
Yeah,
it's like,
the fucking-
oh,
They just come in and they just fucking go ceiling
No,
ready to
because-
go. Like,
because the-
I'm ready, doc.
because like in Japan, how are you people okay with something is you make kimochi desu ne? The thing goes,
guaranteed. There's some 40-year-old salaryman that's just like, it's time for my yearly health checkup. Oh, boys.
I couldn't sleep last night because I was so excited.
he's like, do you mind? Like, lights candle.
This is my favorite scent. Alexa, play Careless Whisper.
It's like how like the crane games, they go, like that when you miss it. Like they go, is that
Oh,
there?"
yeah. Oh, my God.
And so there's no way they must have it. Like kimochi.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just like play like a thing, like a recording of a woman.
It's concerning though. If you look up like or ask people who've had certain surgeries in Japan, and if you have the exact same surgery in like the US or Europe, you would have some kind of pain medicine. In Japan, it's only like no.
Yeah.
For certain things that you would in other countries.
They're trying to
which is
breed.
super fucking concerning. So like, I would like to not feel this, please.
Yeah. It's the only time where Japan is like, you're an alpha male, all right? You can take it.
It's strange. That's
That's how they did it in the Stone Ages.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want to use super strong painkillers where you don't have to. But there were some situations where you're like, please, I beg of thee, please give me some pain medicine.
I don't want to feel this.
Yeah, I am begging you.
Like, I
to use
literally
some.
don't have an option to not do this. It's mandatory.
And also, I guess Japan doesn't, the over-the-counter pain medicine is also super weak, which is probably a better thing. Because in America, the stuff you can get is pretty fucking strong.
Yeah, I think they do that mostly. I think I remember reading it up. I think they do that mostly because it's for the older generation who, like, their body can't take as much stronger medicine. But it's like, because I remember, I had to buy some pain medicine when I had the stomach flu, right? And I went to the pharmacy to get some over the counter, and I was like, give me your strongest shit. I am dying right now. And she was like, all right, here you go. And I looked at the packet, and it was like, take 3 times a day. One time, take 7 tablets. And I'm like... I'm just like fucking chowing down on tablets. I'm like, how many?
You got the salt grinder out?
Just
Like,
crush it up. Yeah, because I noticed the first time I got sick in Japan.
Yeah.
Because I remember that one time we had karaoke together and like we all got ill or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember we had it was a 10-day trip, and I had 1 day of karaoke with Joey, and then the rest of the trip was just me being ill in bed with Sydney in my Airbnb, and that was my trip to Japan. But I remember, like,
good times.
I thought for how expensive the over-the-counter medicine was, because you can get like paracetamol, Lemsip, Tylenol in England and America for like pretty cheap. In here, I remember like this one week I spent like $100 at least for just like a week's worth of over-the-counter medicine, and it was like weak as shit. It did nothing.
give me the real shit.
Yeah, give me the real shit.
I'm ready, doc.
But I think that's the thing. It's like I don't know if it's like a tactic or whatever, but like I think that's why a lot of Japanese people just don't even bother going to the over-the-counter stuff. They just go see a doctor to get like the actual proper stuff. Because again, like when I had the flu and like the pain medicine, like the 21 tablets a day was just like not working for me. I was like, all right, doc, I like this shit's not working for me. Give me the actual good stuff. And he gave me just one, give me the good stuff. And he gave me one which was just like 1 tablet 3 times a day, and that worked a million times better than the over-the-counter stuff, and it cost less.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck am I doing buying this over-the-counter shit that doesn't work?
This over-the-counter shit, you pay like $20 for 1 box, and it lasts you like a day because you're taking 5 pills per like. They recommend like before and after, before every meal, take 5 tablets. I'm like, there's only fucking 10 tablets in this box. What are you talking about?
You know that like stereotype of like, in like old folks' homes where they have like the tablets thing. What's it like in Japan? It's just like here's your cereal bowl of tablets today, ma'am. It's like
Yeah.
It's like, how many fucking tablets are these old people
I
taking?
never buy medicine here. I can't take most of it anyways because of
Yeah.
my blood condition.
Oh, yeah,
so
right.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
don't even bother. 'cause
I
I'm
mean,
like,
you're saving money, honestly,
and
dude.
I'm like, I can't read this shit anyway, so I don't even know. So I just don't bother. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm dying. I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. I'll recover.
I remember after like my first few months of living in Japan, the next time I went back to England, I'm like, Mum, just let me go to Tesco's. Let me stock up on all of the fucking, let me stock up on all of the over-the-counter medicines. And I remember, I didn't realize that there was a limit to how much like Lemsip you can buy.
Oh yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
also have to be really careful because some over-the-counter stuff in the US and the UK, you most certainly cannot bring into Japan.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
get in a lot of trouble if you do.
Yeah.
So please, before you bring any medicine into Japan or any country, you should just make sure that
Yeah.
you're allowed to.
Yeah.
Generally, really weak over-the-counter stuff is normally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to stock up on like paracetamol and Tylenol
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Well, paracetamol's a generic drug, and you can
Yeah,
get that in
that's-
Japan as well.
You can get
Yeah.
that in Japan, but it
doesn't work as
it
well.
Does, it does.
Acetamin or something, I think it's called.
shit.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a generic name or
Yeah.
something.
It even doesn't say on the box. It's like it's paracetamol. No, it's like a different name. So
Yeah,
it's
it's,
weird.
yeah.
Yeah, it was just like a lot weaker and a lot more expensive. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just like buy some Lemsip, buy some paracetamol to bring into the country. So I have like this medicine box in my home that I can always rely on. And I remember going to the co-op to buy like all of these different boxes of paracetamol, and they're like, what are you doing here? Are you like dealing to kids or something? What's going on here? We can't serve you all
Kids,
this
you want
stuff.
some drugs?
And like-
Yeah.
and I'm like, no, sir, you don't understand. I'm just going to Japan.
I'm sure that helped clear it up for him.
It's like, oh, of course. All right.
It's pretty cheap in the UK. I think like a generic box of paracetamol
fu-
is like
it's-
it's like in like US dollars, it's like 50 cents,
Yeah.
40 cents.
Really?
Yeah.
Super cheap.
Damn, that's really
So
cheap.
it's generic. Like you can get it anywhere.
Holy
And
shit.
a lot of stores sell it.
In Japan, it's like fucking $15.
Yeah, it's expensive in Japan.
It's ridiculous.
But a bowl of ramen's like $5.
Yeah.
So you can have 5 bowls of ramen or weak ass painkillers.
Yeah.
Go for the ramen.
like paracetamol in Japanese. In Japanese, or it's like another different.
Called acetaminophen or something.
So acetaminophen or something.
Something like
I
that,
can't remember what
yeah.
it's fucking called. We are not medical experts. Please do not listen to any of our medical advice, and please make sure that you ask a professional before you're consulting for
Yes.
any medical advice.
Ask a doctor, which we are not.
Honestly, like genuinely, my advice of like if you're coming to Japan and you get sick is that like, well, obviously first get like, travel insurance and shit, and just like go see a doctor, because like for one, you're gonna get what you need, and also in a lot of ways it is cheaper and just better in my opinion. And also like a lot of these like general practitioners, like they don't take that much time out of your day. Like when I went to go to the hospital, it literally took me like 20 minutes.
Yeah, the one thing that is good about Japan is they are pretty quick.
Yeah.
You don't really sit around. Like in the UK, you can be
Yeah.
sitting there for a long time waiting. It's pretty shit.
Yeah, I was only around for
Yeah.
like 20 minutes, and like the doctor checked me out for like a couple of minutes and was just like, "Yep, here's your drugs."
It's either good or bad.
Either good or bad.
It's like, hey dog, you're fine. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Sure. Drugs. Drugs.
Drugs?
Let's do it.
We got 'em.
Drugs.
Let's do it.
I got 'em,
Yeah.
amigo.
I love drugs.